Hey y'all, welcome back to the 10th inning. It's your girl April, also known as All About April 3 on all social media platforms, and I'm here to deliver the latest and greatest in both collegiate and professional softball and baseball news. Y'all, I missed y'all. I know it's been a while. However, I have still been celebrating my Dodgers winning the 2025 World Series back to back. I've also still been celebrating the fact that my LSU Tigers won the men's College World Series. And I've been tuned into UDA championships. So go Tigers and everything because I'm just so excited that our ladies were able to take home second in both jazz and hip hop. Although, the hip hop has a lot of controversy going on right now. But, and then of course, shout out to Jada Richard on the LSU women's basketball team. So a lot is going on, including the fact that you need to make sure that you are locked into 10th inning talk for 2026 season and beyond, because I have a lot going on and I can't wait to share all of it with you. Don't just tune into me though. Make sure that you are locked in with In the Booth with my guy Flobo Boyce. He has some great interviews lined up. Also, make sure that you are locked in with my guy Cheats. He's begun a Substack, so make sure that you go in ahead and support us with the Black Baseball Mixtape and see what else is out there. Some great articles, especially from my guy Buttermain Baseball, Malik. He already has one on the ranking of second baseman. Let us know exactly if you agree with him and where does your ranking lie? I'm actually going to do one. I don't know when yet, but I will be doing one. And I can't wait to share that with y'all. So a lot happening within the 10th inning, Substack, Black Baseball Mixtape, In the Booth, and also softball and baseball. So let's go on ahead and get started with exactly what's been going on, including the fact that in Major League Baseball today, Hall of Fame announcements came out. And if you grew up like me, you watched these players just be completely successful. And so I am honored to share that both Atlanta Braves, Andrew Jones, and also New York Mets, Carlos Beltran, have been inducted into the 2026 MLB Hall of Fame. Congratulations, fellas. Now, for Carlos Beltran, obviously, he belongs there. He's a World Series champ, a 9-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove winner, 2 Silver Sluggers, 435 home runs, and 312 stolen bases. And for Andrew Jones, a 5-time All-Star, 10 Gold Gloves. En français, we say 10 gold gloves. 10. 434 home runs and 1,289 RBIs. Just incredible. Now listen, I watched them both play center field, and I still have some of these plays just running freely in my head. And I've talked about this on TikTok, but I saw Andrew Jones last year for the East-West Classic that was in Birmingham, Alabama, and he just has an aura to him. So this is not just an honor, like he really is him. So congratulations to both of you guys. So well deserved. Now, where can you watch this? You should be able to watch this July 26th. This is going to be a Sunday, but you know where MLB always inducts their guys, and that is Cooperstown, New York. So yes, so excited about that. Now, let's switch gears a little bit because y'all know I love baseball, but I also love me some softball. And the AUSL Athletes Unlimited Softball League had an incredible first season in 2025. However, in 2025, there were only 4 teams. However, they've already expanded. It's 6 teams. And these 6 teams all have a home city, which they did not have in 2025. So where exactly will these home cities be? I just couldn't wait to share this with you because the home cities came out on January 13th. Like, I literally was stalking everywhere to see exactly where they were. And those cities are, of course, number one, the Oklahoma City Spark in Edmond, Oklahoma. We already knew that one. I mean, it's Oklahoma City. You know that they had to put one there. Number two, the Cascade. But don't just call them the Cascade. Make sure you insert the Portland Cascade in Hillsboro, Oregon. Now, both the Spark and the Cascade are two expansion teams. So really excited to have them join the AUSL. Team number 3 is going to be the Chicago Bandits, who will be playing in Rosemont, Illinois, where quite a few games actually took place in the 2025 season. Team number 4 is going to be the Carolina Blaze, and they will be playing in Durham, North Carolina. Team number 5, the defending champions, the reigning champions, the Utah Talons in Salt Lake City, Utah. And then finally, I'm in Texas, so I'm excited to share that we actually have the Texas Vault, who will be in Round Rock, Texas, which essentially is like Austin, Texas. So yes, those are your 6 home team locations for the AUSL. Now, all of the schedules are already out, so you need to make sure that you are locked in to make sure that you can work something out where you can attend one or some of these games. These games will be taking place in June and July, all right? The championship, however, will be July 23rd through the 27th. So, will the Talons successfully defend their championship? I don't know. Because one thing that the AUSL did with their draft is that you were able to actually take team members from other teams. So Sam Landry is no longer a Vault. She is now a member of the Portland Cascade. So please make sure that you check to see that your favorite player is still playing on a team that you chose last year. Now, I will tell you, Mia Scott is still a Texas Vault. So is Michaela Edenfield. So we have some that remain, but some did not. Overall, I'm just really excited to see what's happening in the AUSL world. The last thing that I want to say about this is all of these teams, they all are related to rumors of expansion cities within MLB. We've heard Portland. We've heard maybe a city in Austin. Definitely Utah. I've heard that a lot, especially since they apparently are one of the fastest growing areas within the softball and baseball world. I've heard North Carolina. So it's good to see that they're actually listening to the public and expanding where the fans ultimately want them. So yay to them. But I don't know if you know, the AUSL is not the only professional softball league. There is literally a PSL that will also be beginning in 2026. A professional softball league, that is. And this league will also be taking place in June and July. This league will have 7 teams, and I am here to announce those 7 teams as well. Beginning with number 1, the Atlanta Smoke in Atlanta, Georgia. Number 2, the Chattanooga Chill in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Number 3, the Florida Breeze in Tampa Bay, Florida. Number 4, the Florida Heat in Vieira, Florida. Number 5, the Florida Vibe in Bradenton, Florida. They like Florida a lot. Number 6, the KC Diamonds, the Kansas City Diamonds in Kansas City, Missouri. And then finally, number 7, the New York Rise in New York, New York. So you have a chance to be able to see teams throughout the United States in different parts, which I love about the AUSL and the PSL. Please make sure that you do not limit yourself to either of these. And of course, it's always a great day to be a softball fan, but it's just wonderful to be able to share all of the wonderful things happening within the softball world. And of course, if you ever have questions, please shoot me a DM. I'll be happy to get an answer to you. Now, let's hop over to MLB because, child, it's been messy over there. Some stuff been happening, especially with free agency. Now, I want to shout out to my guy, the baseball aficionado, because he's saying that, look, we got to shorten this free agency period. It's too much. And I'm interested to know your thoughts on that. Do you think that it should be shortened? But in the meantime, some signings have happened, and it's important that we discuss them. Beginning with Bo Bichette. I honestly thought that Bo Bichette would remain a Toronto Blue Jay. And if he didn't remain a Toronto Blue Jay, I just knew that he was going to meet his former bench coach, Don Mattingly, and join him at the Philadelphia Phillies. I clearly was wrong. Because Bo Bichette is a New York Met. I did not mean that to rhyme, but that came out really, really good there. Bo Bichette is a New York Met. Oh my gosh. And he will also be playing third base. Totally out of left field from me. But he signed for 3 years, $126 million with 2 opt-outs. Now, word on the street, the Phillies were not happy about this. They thought they had it in the bag, child. And they were apparently ready to sign him for 7 years, $200 million. But the Mets swooped in and got him. And that more so had to do after Kyle Tucker signed with the Dodgers. And we're going to get to that one. But I'm really happy for Bo Bichette. Listen, whatever was going to make him happy is ultimately what I wanted. And I think that this is a good move for the Mets, regardless of what other people think. I'm interested to see exactly how this plays out on the field. We know Lindor is playing shortstop, Marcus Semien at second, now Bo Bichette at third. Fingers crossed. Let's see how all of this goes. Bo Bichette was not the only man on the move. And to be completely honest, I thought the Alex Bregman news should have been bigger than the Kyle Tucker news. And this is not just because y'all know I love the Dodgers. I honestly was shocked that Alex Bregman became a Chicago Cub. Because, excuse me, what do you mean he left the Red Sox to become a Cub? But what had happened was Alex Bregman wanted a no trade clause. He did not want to be traded out of Boston, and understandably so. He's married, he has kids, he wants some level of stability, but at the same time, he wants some trust from the organization that he's pledging to. And the Red Sox were not reciprocal in that aspect. The Red Sox were like, nah, bro, we don't do that over here. We don't do that over here, but Red Sox, can we say Delulu? Because they really thought this man wasn't going anywhere, despite them saying we are not conceding to that particular demand. And lo and behold, the Chicago Cubs got him. Like, I'm still not over it. The other piece to this is Red Sox. Mr. Sirs. With what happened last season, how dare you let Alex Bregman walk away? We all know the saga with Rafael Devers at third base. And if you forgot, I have a whole podcast about it. A lot of people probably did not agree with me. However, I'm going to give you a little brief recap. I believe that the Red Sox were absolutely wrong for not approaching Rafael Devers first before doing the trade. Hey, y'all are right. It's a business. It's an organization. But who wants to work for a company that moves like that? Hello. And I also believe that's probably why Alex Bregman wanted that no trade clause, because he saw how they did Rafael Devers. And let's not forget Marcus Lynn Betts, Mookie Betts. So yes, I want some stability, but I also want to know that I can trust that you will operate in the best interest of both me and my family. And because they couldn't get that level of certainty from Boston, he went left, literally. So I completely understand it, but you've lost 2 third basemen, regardless of what y'all say about Devers and his defensive abilities at third. But hey, they have something to work out, and ultimately we'll see how that happens. But I do think that organizations need to come to a general conclusion in determining exactly what kind of loyalty do you think you owe these players as well. We can't keep saying business, 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 and not realizing that a business requires 2 sides, which leads me to Kyle Tucker. And I'm not going to even lie to y'all. When people would be like, you think you're going to get to Kyle Tucker? No, I don't. I really don't. I did not think we were going to get it. And I was totally okay with it, because I was like, we don't get somebody. But lo and behold, we did get him. And of course, the baseball world erupted. Everybody is mad. But I want to remind y'all first, because the North remembers. I remember distinctly y'all talking about the Mickey Mouse ring in 2020. The same Mickey Mouse ring that all y'all teams could have won but didn't. But you know, who's counting? I distinctly remember staying up late to watch an 18-inning game in 2017, and to later find out that that team that should not be named was banging on trash cans and won a World Series. No, I'm never going to forget it and get over it. Bye. I also remember y'all clowning the Dodgers on their early exits, laughing, posting all over social media about it, making TikToks, reels, whatever you can make, tweets, etc. So I'm going to say this. You can sit, watch, and remember, just like I did, this legacy that we building right now. Okay? You can watch this, because I remember. Now, for Kyle Tucker, he signed a 4-year, $240 million deal with the Dodger with opt-outs. So he's going to be in right field. Teoscar Hernandez is going to be moving back to left field. Blessed Father. And we're all excited about that. But I want to touch on a part that I don't see a lot of people in media or really anywhere touching on. And it's why I believe players are also signing with the Dodgers. It's not just, oh, I want to sign with them because I know this is the best place to be able to get a ring. I think that's the easiest explanation for it. The Dodgers are also going to pay you. Yes. And in the quest for this, I want to read something that I stated on my threads the other day, that I think that it's really important for all of us to remember, especially since we are in the workforce. People say that they want a job that pays well, offers a healthy work environment, enjoys their coworkers, they support your family, they create a supportive workplace that offers great benefits to help you succeed. The Dodgers do this for their players, and yet folks are angry. You like it for yourself. just not when it's the Dodgers. These should be basic work benefits for all. So my question to you is, why can't Kyle Tucker want this for himself too? I watched how the Dodgers organization fiercely protected the Vessias after the tragedy that occurred with them, and I'm still deeply praying for them because I follow Kayla Vessia online on TikTok and IG, and I just love everything that she posts. She's so fun. So to see the Dodgers be like, look, don't come, we're protecting you, didn't say a word to the media. And about a week or two ago, I saw former Dodger and some present Dodgers go to Alex Vessia's house, and they all plan to wear the same pajamas, like as a surprise to him, as a show of support. And I thought that that was just such a beautiful thing to be able to witness. And this isn't to say that this doesn't happen in other places, but it's important to note that these men, they don't play together no more, but they still communicate, they still support their brethren, and they are still there to uplift him in his highest and his lowest moments. So when you see the fact that players are having families, it is something that is important to know that even in your absence, you are provided for, you are taken care of, and that is not a worry that you have to have. I know for me, and I know for y'all as well, when you go to work and you need to take off, you just want to take the day without stress. That's what happens with certain companies. But let's not act like some of these teams do not DFA you before you are given your bonus or that little extra bump. Let's not act like teams don't take care of or provide the way that we see this. And y'all are going to say like, oh, well, they have the money for it. One of my favorite things about the Dodgers is how they continue to pay to keep Andrew Tolles on the payroll so that he would get mental health assistance. Like, that is just a classy organization. Why would I not want to go to work there? You know what I'm saying? So it's so easy to say, oh my gosh, they just want to win. They want all of the championships. I didn't see not a single person scraping to get Will Klein. I didn't see not a single person scraping and scratching to go and get Miguel Rojas to re-sign him. Maybe they were, but I ain't heard it. So, and those were like two major heroes of the World Series. For the Dodgers, you have to be ready when your name is called. Period. And that is the mentality that some people, they just want to play with. One of my favorite things about the team that I work with right now is the fact that we all know our jobs and responsibilities, and the job is always going to get done. Period. I don't have to worry about that. Who wants to go to work and you're doing all the work? Y'all know what it's like to play on the team, to be in a group, and the group project, the A is reliant upon you. No. So there has to be some reality in all of this. But I do think the human side of Kyle Tucker, even last year, Blake Snell, who's, I think they got married, his wife had another baby. Like, you want to know that you are safe and protected where you are. And I hate that that part of the conversation gets left out. But remember, businesses are also supposed to provide safety to their workers. And when I say safety, that involves the money, that involves the health benefits, and it involves like the mental health work environment that where you are. You want to be able to succeed. And I think that the Dodgers do all of that. And it's why it's one of the most attractive places. I can say that Kyle Tucker wanted to go there to grow his brand, and I wouldn't be wrong either. But all of the other added benefits, yes, that's what you want. That's what anybody wants for their work environment. Let's not forget that particular part. I almost didn't do this particular podcast because I know how sensitive people are, because people are talking about, oh, a lockout has to happen. Oh, this has to happen. And does it really? Or do you really think that locking out and putting a pay cap is going to stop people from wanting to go to an environment where they are comfortable? No. Putting a pay cap only means that your owner is not required to properly invest in its team. That's all that means. So we have to get off of that particular high horse and start looking at these players as the human beings as they are. I do believe that sometimes we see the kind of money they make and we feel that they're unworthy of it because we don't make that kind of money. Y'all, they are playing at least 162 games. So I'm talking about regular season only. That does not count spring training. That does not count postseason. That does not count practices, traveling. And yes, they sign up for it. But that doesn't mean that they don't deserve to be properly compensated for it. And that's for anyone. So look at it from all aspects, not just how it's not going to benefit your team. So again, a lot is happening in the MLB world, AUSL, now the PSL, WPBL, Women's Professional Baseball League. And you know that I will also be delivering on college baseball and softball. But again, I just wanted to give a different take on such a highly sensitive subject that required a sense of humanity to be brought to exactly what all of this is. And ultimately, I hope that Kyle Tucker and his family feel that they made the right decision. Same for Alex Bregman and his family, and of course, Bo Bichette. Everyone should be free to make a choice where they feel that they are safe to be able to do so. So, thank you for joining in the 10th inning. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and I hope that I gave you a different perspective. Even if you don't agree with it, I do think that it's a healthy perspective that does need to be out there. In the meantime, make sure that you check some of my old episodes out there in relation to the WPBL. I have some interviews with some of the ladies out there. Also, umpires. And just my thoughts on pretty much all things regarding softball and baseball. Make sure you're locked into In the Booth with Global Boys, the Substack with Black Baseball Mixtape, the online articles, and all things related to baseball and softball. So happy to be back with y'all, and I can't wait to share more goodies. But remember, it's always a great day to be a softball and a baseball fan. Bye, y'all.